We are the most haunted city in Europe.
It's got fantastic links both to London and to Edinburgh, both by rail and road.
There's obviously the shopping around us. You've got the
harbour, the sea, the sun shining.
The largest open-air theatre in Europe.
Well, it's a beautiful, historic city. It's had the Vikings, the Romans, and now it's got us.
I think York's a fantastic place. You know,
York is a beautiful historic city. We have a great range of venues. We've got architectural gems on the doorstep, but we've also got a great range of contemporary venues, bars, restaurants, all the amenities that you need for a modern, vibrant city.
The Grand is based in the former North Eastern Railway headquarters here in York, so it's an absolutely stunning building, and we've kept so many of the original features here at the hotel, right through to the original vaulted doors that are in our spa area, through to the grand boardroom that we're sat in now. We have 7 function rooms in total. 5 of them are executive board meetings, so they could cater for up to 25 delegates. Then we have the Chairman's Suite, which was originally the Chairman's office for the North Eastern Railway, and we could cater for up to 40 delegates in there. And then into the Grand Boardroom, which is our main function room, for up to 150 delegates. And they're all still decorated with the original parquet flooring, the oak panelling, the original fireplaces in the room, so you really can hold your meeting in a historic meeting room.
Royal York is a beautiful building. It's a Victorian building built in 1856. It stands in 4 acres of grounds, beautiful landscape grounds with a very big car park, and it has 15 meeting rooms with meeting facilities from 2 to 410 in one room. Principal Haley have invested very well in the property, and one of the major things they did was build the event centre. It was a purpose-built event centre with links both internally and externally, so it's got its own outside entrance should it be required. And they've turned an old Victorian building with a very cool contemporary feel indoors.
York Conferences is a subsidiary company of the University of York, and we use the University of York facilities to run conferencing and events. We've got a vast range of facilities on site, ranging from sort of a meeting room for a one-to-one meeting or a big large concert hall for 1,190. We've also got 3 venues, so we've not just got the University of York campus, but we've got a purpose-built training centre called the National Science Learning Centre that we can use throughout the year, and the historic King's Manor in the city centre. But there's fantastic transport links in York, and the number 4 bus runs directly from the city centre to the campus, and it's only about £6 to £8 in a taxi as well.
We're very lucky because we kind of have a dual effect of having a worldwide brand in Marriott, but also a very renowned national and kind of international tourist destination in York. So it does mean that we're ideally situated within the marketplace to attract conference business. We've got a very good size kind of conference facilities within our main room. We can hold up to 190 people theatre style, and in addition to that we've got kind of an annex building which is a management centre, which is great, and it works really well for kind of training events and away days, because people get that kind of space to be able to, you know, kind of deal with each other, and it works really well. We got refurbished. The last part of our refurbishment was at the end of last year. We've refurbished all the ground floor area, so brand new restaurant and bar, brand new lobby, so it gives you that real sense of arrival when you go in. We were lucky enough last year to win the Hotel of the Year at the Visit York Awards, local tourist board awards, which is fantastic. And we've kind of followed on that success this year as well. We won the Employer of the Year at those very same awards. So no, we're very proud of what's happened. You know, it's a real kind of benefit from the investment that we've put into the property, and we're really starting to feel the benefits of that.
Station Hall is the old goods depot for York Station, but it's set up in sort of like a bygone era and a period station feel, and it's surrounded by the royal carriages, including Queen Victoria's carriage, so you can actually get married next to Queen Victoria's carriage, or you can have a gala dinner up to 700, 800 people. It's the world's largest railway museum. It's one of the most visited museums outside of London. We have about 800,000 visitors a year. We're not only a museum, we're a fantastic, unique corporate events venue. We have facilities for up to 140 for a conference. We have a purpose-built conference centre. We're right next to the station, so it's excellent for conferences. But we also have large gallery spaces which you can use on an evening for weddings, large dinners for up to 700, 800 people. But also for the smaller events, we have a small carriage, a Pullman-style carriage, which has been used on the Orient Express, which we can use for small VIP dinners, boardroom meetings, and that kind of thing. So something really for every size of event or conference.
Scarborough originally started, as many of those towns did, as a fishing village. It grew to prominence during Henry VIII's period, and during the Victorian period exploded with the advent of the spa.
All the hotels are clustered around the actual spa complex. So from our point of view is that works really well for the clients. And for us, we're just perched above it, so we're in the absolutely perfect position. We took over the Crown in 2000. It was 3-star bordering onto 2, and since then we've invested £10 million and we've brought it through to 4-star. Over that period we've increased the number of rooms from 74 to 115, especially with the advent of the new penthouse floor, which is stunning. And what we tried to do is make a mix of keeping the traditional look as well as also the contemporary look. We also have a taste restaurant, which was developed 2 years ago, and on top of that we have a very popular health club, a spa and beauty treatment rooms as well.
Well, the spa, it's quite a unique venue. It was actually built around the discovery of the bath waters in 1836, something like that. It's actually a multi-purpose venue, so we have a full entertainments programme, we have conferencing, we can do small meetings up to large meetings of about 2,000. We have the main venue is, the main room is the Grand Hall, which has a capacity of just over 1,900. So we can accommodate large conferences as well as lots of banqueting. We have our in-house catering team, which can accommodate up to 800 sort of buffet style. And then we have smaller breakout spaces, so we can do corporate meetings, we do a lot of award ceremonies and that kind of variety. The venue is very flexible because we have 3 large rooms, so we can accommodate exhibitions as well as conferences.
Ravenhall is a lovely old country house hotel which is perched right on the cliff top, very dramatically, at Ravenscar, overlooking Robin Hood's Bay, facing the sea. It's also in the national parks of the North Yorkshire Moors and is, I think, very unique in its position. We have 100 acres, which includes a 9-hole golf course set in the cliffside, very challenging, a couple of tennis courts, putting, croquet, and some very unusual Roman battlements which are set in the cliff, which are ideal again for that drinks reception, just to have a little wander. We have the usual conference facilities, catering for small conferences for 6 people in a small room. We have 2 major conference rooms which hold 100 people, one of which is ideal for that's something different.
The Royal Hotel was built in the 1840s and it's had a long-standing history within the town for leisure guests throughout the years. We've got 7 different conference rooms. We welcome conferences individual one-to-one basis, all the way up to guests 700 delegates. So we've got 118 bedrooms now, and we took over the hotel 12 years ago. It's been fully refurbished and we've got 8 individual suites, all different shapes and sizes, and they're mostly named after the famous people that have stayed there. So we've got the Churchill suite, Winston Churchill stayed there during the war years. We've got the Lawton suite named after Charles Lawton. We've got the Ayckbourn suite as well, obviously the playwright Sir Alan Ayckbourn. As I say, all the rooms are individual shapes and sizes because it is such an old building and it's just full of character and charm.
Well, Confortel is an association of the larger hotels in Scarborough that aim mainly on the conference and business market as well as the leisure market. There's probably about between 10 and a dozen hotels with well over 1,000 bed stock between them all. And some 30 years ago, those hotels came together to say, well, together we will be able to ensure that our standards are higher and provide better qualities for the conference market that comes into Scarborough.
Nothing is too much trouble, not only within our own business, but within Scarborough. So anybody who's thinking of bringing a conference to Scarborough, it's not too much trouble. We are all working together, whether it's in the private or the public sector.
I think York's a fantastic place. You know, we've been here as a conference, a really great tourism